Ajo y ajo, ajo y ajo.
Y final, casi al final tenemos, bueno, la espiritualidad. Espiritualidad está desde el obvio hasta todos los grupos cristianos. Eh, y había una división ahí, ¿verdad? Porque los que iban al al what we call it Church of England, and the Methodists and the Baptists were people de cierta categoría económica. Los que íbamos al Church of God, todos los pentecostales, éramos gente pobre, sometimes bien pobre.
Que había mucha división de clases.
En ese sentido, sí. Y también los Jehovah's Witnesses, ellos eran clasistas también. They don't mind inviting you to, they don't mind teaching you the doctrine, pero había diferencia de clase. And nosotros éramos pobres y cuando and my mother, she not saying your church if you lost boots. The only place she would send us, and that, and when we didn't have any shoes, was what? What do you think?
School?
Yes.
Black woman.
Only that. Only that. You could
Education is important. Education
yes.
is
What is church or anywhere else? Oh, no, not going there. Oh, no, don't. No, too shabby. Now, we can't send you.
Interesting, interesting.
Es que nuestra gente, yo no sé, bueno, si no hubiéramos ido aquí, todavía estuviéramos.
They will find a way to survive.
Yes,
we have to find a way to survive.
We are survivors. Entonces, yo insisto, yo digo que es espiritualidad. Y somos una gente muy espiritual. If we are not Christian, lo cual difícilmente que nos convirtamos del todo, ¿verdad? Because we have nuestras raíces bien fuertes. And Miss Marshall did today, what I was saying that you turn, se cambia, se santifica, or you turn, el proceso de canonización sucede inmediatamente. Miss Marshall did tonight, and tomorrow she can dream you and tell you about it yet.
Yeah,
and I Mr. David would sell dream books too.
I remember about dream book. I used to hear that, but I don't think about
dream books, and another one they call McDonald Almanac.
Yes, I remember that.
For
yes,
planters.
Yes,
anybody who plant, me used to even talk about the Mediterranean fly or something like that. But then would, then McDonald would tell you when to plant and when to have your tools pulled and how to plant. And
oh boy, that is el limón de ayer.
Sí.
You're right. Ese limón ya no existe.
What if you dig a lick, you'll find it?
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Ahora, ya espiritualidad, pasamos. Entretenimientos. ¿Qué es lo que más conocen de nosotros?
Right.
Entonces, está el circo. That is the one I want to tell you about. Había un señor ahí en Cieneguita que se llama Mr. Paul. Es una de las familias que no menciono, que son familias muy... la pueden apuntar. The Pauls, they weren't from Limon. They weren't from Jamaica. They were from Saint Lucia, Santa Lucia. So they were patois and they were
Catholics.
So one day, habían actividades en los patios de la gente, de los dinos, what they call Fendi.
Yes.
And no, they call it picnic, and the Americans say must call it picnic because picnic means pick a nigger to hang. Okay, so this man come down with a circus to Limon, and he was going to do the circus in the yard. Mr. Paul. Entonces the boy came down announcing the circus. But he wanted to say it in English, but he don't know English that much. Same thing. Listen to it good. Grand circus tonight in the yard of Mr. Fally. Muchacho, walk y vaya.
The man tried to communicate.
Of course, he had his thing to do and he did it. And when we you talk, our language, then one tell we shut up and we shut up.
Yeah.
And they had the entertainment. And Mr. Percy Cooper, he had a little, that's where we used to go to English school with Doña Joyce. And he had that hall there. And sometimes we used to project some películas. So we had a little theater down there. And sometimes La Mejoral would come down and they would call everybody to go and would go to the bridge. And there were some, I don't know if you remember, Texaco had some bigger, or Texaco. They had some tanks there.
Yeah.
So they would project a movie or so on the tanks. And that was glory and for us. Another thing that was entertainment was when crab season. People come from all over this Limon, come down to Cieneguita because the crab would come out of the lagoon and they would go, van a desovar ahí. Y entonces usted los agarra. And then we used to have a crab party. You get banana and you get pepper and you get seawater and you put half seawater and pepper and you make a fire and you boil the crabs and you get plantain or banana.
Okay.
And that was a big party. Yo creo que hasta secaron la laguna. Creo que los cangrejos le pasan ya. Okay, and the circus, the diferentes juegos, los cromos, los postales, los jacks, los béisbol, el time ball, el torneo de cuadrilla, quadrille dance, and they would interchange with Bocas del Toro y esa cosa. Okay, rally. You know about rally?
Yes, I see.
Okay. Eso, a mí, a mí no me gusta lo de me gusta ver las mujeres bonitas, es cierto, pero no me gusta que las exhiban en esa forma. A mí me parece que era más interesante como lo hacíamos en ese tiempo con el rally. Porque entonces, get money for the club or for the church or for cualquier cosa, we would make a rally, and a rally was what? You would represent banana and she would represent cocoa. And then they would make some little bags and then give you the bags and you would go all over this city, the place, giving the bag and for them to put some money in the bag. And then after you go and pick the bag up. And you would have to make a speech about banana. And she would have to make a speech about cocoa. And all the time you're picking up money. And the one who made the best speech would win. So you don't have to go around but stand up half naked.
Just exploiting the woman body.
Okay. La noche de Año Nuevo en Cieneguita era yo no sé si ustedes se acuerdan, pero en la noche de Año Nuevo, todos los barcos que estaban en Bahía hacían un espectáculo. Eso lo hacían desde los barcos que estuvieran en Limón en ese momento anclados. Era un espectáculo, nosotros lo esperábamos. Sometimes you had 6 ships and they all did fireworks. Era un espectáculo muy agradable. Okay, entonces el dominó y el tablero, la música, el calipso y los carnavales. Todo eso era entretenimiento.
Somos voces de la historia, sangre, tinta y papel. Somos voces de la historia, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber.